We've had our training today, basically. We've been in workshop 17, we've been doing training, chatting about the year. Tomorrow we're doing our first ever team building event with the entire team from Joburg, everyone based out in Cape Town, from our talent library to our data specialist to the research specialist, everyone's going to be together.
I left Cape Town actually, there was only 2 people in the data team, and there's now so much growth that has happened within that team. And apart from the individuals, I think what I'm excited mostly about is, given how data is such a central thing as far as the company's strategy is concerned, the decision-making processes and techniques we use as a recruitment firm. And so, I guess it's just familiarizing ourselves with the concept, seeing how much we progress with the tools that we're developing, the data tools that we're developing.
So this week was awesome. We had a lovely training session at Workshop 17. Obviously, Rob was amazing and gave the team some insights into what's in store for GRM, and there's some amazing projects coming up.
What I'm looking most forward is just to build team and networking with my team that I don't see every day or speak to every day, but just to build and see what the year is looking for us and what exciting things will happen for my team, and just network with my colleagues afterwards.
The training session is going really, really well. I think for me the highlight of today is really seeing how we progressed even as a firm, all of the data and analytics that we're doing, and even the growth that I've experienced as well within the first 6 months of the year. Truly seeing everything on display is really making me see where we're going, even with the legal markets and even with recruiting as well.
It was a real chance for me to remind everybody about the company strategy, about the company direction, so everybody knows exactly where we're heading, keeping it very simple, keeping it very clear. Everyone knows where we're heading as a group. And then the chance to really discuss how each individual person and their day-to-day impacts each other. Sometimes it's very hard when people are working remotely or working at home to really realise how the work that they're putting in impacts some of their colleagues. So it was a real great chance for me to show everybody what they do and who benefits from that. So again, I think a lot of people got a lot out of that to realise, okay, my day-to-day really does affect 5 or 6 of my colleagues. So that was a really, really good session.
And then my favorite, most exciting part of the week, it's going to be our breakfast club, which is kick-starting on Friday for the first ever time. It's going to be revolutionary. It's the first breakfast club that I know of that will deal with legal specialists. I'll get to meet some of the top people in Cape Town and with employment law. We'll be hearing from a legal specialist that's an advocate who is very well knowledge on employment law, the latest legislation. She's basically going to be telling us how the legislation is going to impact the employment sphere, specifically relating to law. And we'll just meet with people, hearing their stories, hearing what they're currently dealing with and what their thoughts are on the legislation and how it's going to impact their field. So exciting overall.
What I'm really looking forward to from today's Breakfast Club is really understanding the different legislation that our clients really are going to be impacted by, understanding what changes will be implemented in the labor courts, in the high courts, and so on, because actually through understanding this, then we get to understand what do our clients face on a day-to-day basis, and actually where are the gaps and where can we help them, even through better strategy and even through recruitment. So I really look forward to learning and hearing more, and even networking as well.
It is always tricky to kind of align everyone's diaries and schedules you want it to be early but not too early. You want them to be able to get to work, and you want them to be able to get on with their day, but you also want them to be in a position where they can have breakfast and have a meaningful conversation and learn something and network.
So today we are at Therapy Restaurants and we put on our first employment law breakfast. It's the first of many of these breakfasts where we will obviously be talking about the latest changes in the law and regulations. Today it was about employment law. Advocacy listener was very informative with the information she gave us. I think the audience was quite engaged. There were a lot of questions going around, and I think she I think she gave them the information they were looking for. It was quite insightful. It's also interesting to see what's going to be coming up in the employment law space and the changes that are going to be happening in the High Court, hopefully very, very soon.
So I think that now that the event has happened, now everybody's going to be talking about the Breakfast Club. So I think the next one might even be, expectations will be met way better. So no, it was really fun. And I think it really did turn out very well.
It's been really amazing networking with all the different partners, directors, attorneys that have joined the Breakfast Club today. I learned so much, and I think even within my day-to-day life, I will actually understand more about what they face and more about what their needs are. So I look forward to the next one. Stay tuned.
That's our events team, well done. To our client engagement specialists, you've outdone yourself with getting some of the most specialized, interesting employment lawyers to join us today, and then to Rob, like, brilliant idea to get everyone from the employment space.
Here at the Therapy Restaurant in Cape Town with our Breakfast Club, which is an event that we've been running for many years, but this is the first time we've run it in Cape Town. It's a very small, intimate event. It's a Q&A, a question and answer session, where we will bring in a prominent advocate or a lawyer to talk about specific changes in a market. Today was about the employment legal space, or employment law, labour law space, because the labour courts here in South Africa are going through some pretty monumental changes. So we brought in a whole heap of partners from various law firms who got the chance to ask a listener, told me, advocate, a listener, as many questions as they wanted, and we obviously bought them all breakfast to keep them all happy. So yeah, what a week, big week, really engaging, everyone's worked super hard, everyone's really engaged, and it's going to set us up nicely for our future.